story about that.
Love the way we start this. Welcome, heroes. This is Bill. This is Heroically Inclined. Continuing on Shattered Lands, session 12. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I've got 4 great players here today. Looking forward to continuing this saga. Really quick before we go, just wanted to kind of dedicate this game to my buddy Mikey. He was my first DM and the guy who got me into D&D back, like, I don't know, close to 20 years ago now. Sadly, he passed away last Monday, so it's been a rough week and more family stuff coming on. But D&D is like a great way to kind of work through that and get creative and forget about a real life bowl. So relax, enjoy, let's have some fun. Now, we start today after last week, where the group went into an ancient tomb that was one of the earliest artificers / mages of Artigiani, one of the founders perhaps here almost 300 years ago after the shattering. And they recovered some goods. They fought a wonderfully fun mechanical beholder, and they recovered some bars of adamantine, bone that's encased in silver, a iron stone, and some other items for their own use. Those were just items that they needed for their current kind of benefactor and kind of quest giver, however we want to call that, Dr. M. So we got Flit and Sal are with Izzy in the tomb. Izzy will scurry off shortly after talking with the guys. He wants to go back and check in on Zero and Hrothgar, who are both they've been tailing these the dwarf female and the turtle, and kind of checking out what's going on and kind of keeping an eye out for those who may be more interested in their arrival than they should be. So Zero will be arriving to Dr. M's shortly, but Flit and Sal, as you're still in this tomb, how we doing? What are we thinking? What are our plans?
I heard Sal. I heard bad. Have an owie here, and here. Basically, Flit points all over her body.
This is where Sal wishes he learned the silence spell. All right. Dice. You could always use dice. Cure wounds. That's a D8 per level. Dice.
Yep.
There we go. I got a D8. And all right, I lost the D20.
Sounded like you were casting Fireball there.
All right, 2D8, I believe, is a cure spell, right? All right, let me pull up my spell cheat sheet. Cure wounds. D8 per level. Okay, so second level plus, it'll be plus 4, I believe. So let me just... 14. So Sal heals you for 4. Oh, nope. Sorry. I apologize. I'm going to re-roll that because I don't have second spell slots because technically we haven't rested, so I haven't even gained my new one. Okay, so just 10 then.
Thank you, Al.
Is that better, or do you need another one?
I'm good for now. Are we resting here?
I don't think so. We got to get out of here quickly.
Yes, go see Dr. M. Oh, I need to talk to Serene too. I have plans.
Serene?
Yeah, the driver.
Fine. Let's.
She's going to be part of my pirate army.
All right, let's go. You got the the portable hole? It's all loaded up.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, did Izzy didn't take it? Did?
No.
No, one of you has it.
Okay. Yeah, I can remember if you said so. All right. I'll hold on to that and let's go.
Okay.
So, and we head off to. We weren't gone long, so she should still be there, right?
Yeah, you paid her to stay for like
Yeah.
3 hours or something like that, 3 or 5 hours or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you make your way back up the side of the cliff. And you came when it's dark. It's still pretty dark out at night. It didn't take you a super long time down there. A little bit of time kind of searching, licking your wounds, whatever. Since you did know, you've got a little bit of time before Serene would be heading out. It is pitch black, and if you look down as you're walking up the stairs, there's just like this dark void basically down below you.
I wonder what's down there.
I think our characters probably be used to the view like that before.
Yeah,
but
sure.
You know what? One day I'll take you.
Awesome. That would be cool.
But not today.
Yeah, I don't want to go either. That hurt bad.
Okay, come on. Let's get back. All right, so we climb aboard and say, all right, let's...
Hi, Serene.
Hello. Are we ready to head back?
Yes, we are. Thank you for waiting.
Oh, yeah, no problem. She's happy she was paid. Yeah, it's been maybe an hour and she got paid quite handsomely for her wait. So
I think I gave her enough for the return trip and making a profit.
Yeah, you guys are
as well as to keep her mouth shut if we were never here.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So you guys make your trip back through the city. It's pretty quiet at this hour. There's not many people out on the streets. Of course, there's a few here and there. Some of the like sanitation workers cleaning up, debris and stuff. You pass the like the square that you had flown through the other day, where there was like explosions and gunfights, and there's people there like cleaning up rubble, and like automatons working on the building, trying to get it back to like a station where it could still be serviceable until like more permanent repairs can be made. Finally, you get to Dr. M's location. She pulls up and down steps.
And just as we pull up, and that's how I'm going to become the pirate queen.
Oh, well, it's definitely ambitious.
And you're going to be part of it.
That works for me.
Awesome.
I should probably get back to work, especially since I didn't have any writers this hour.
I dig in my pocket and pull out like a trinket and give it to her.
Okay.
Now you're part of the club.
Trinket did you give?
Probably a button that is probably red and has sparkly stuff all over it.
Okay. She smiles and like slips it into like pocket on her. Kind of at this point, she's put on like this little coat. Like it's not a super heavy coat, but like a light, kind of small blue coat with buttons and like a couple side pockets. She like just tucks it in there. Well, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
You will.
You guys step off. She will pull out and kind of disappear into the darkness.
Actually, Flit probably jumps off first. Is that right? As soon as we get.
After she finished the conversation, Flit jumps off and runs toward Dr. M's house.
Yeah, Sal says, leans into her and whispers, as per the arrangement, you never saw us, and hopefully we won't see each other again. No offense. And don't worry about her. She's harmless mostly. And Carbone climbs out, and we head over trying to catch up to Flit.
All right. There's this the faint green glow kind of coming from inside of Dr. M's rooms. The doors partially cracked still. Maybe a little wisp of smoke drifting out through the entryway. But it looks to be normal like it was earlier, just darker later.
As I fling open the door, I yell out, "We're home!"
Dr. M will look up, and he is not working right now.
Shocking.
There we go.
He's kind of off in the corner. There he is.
Switch over for a second. So Dr. M is sitting by the fire, much like he was when you guys left, on a cushion, smoking from this kind of hookah-like device with this green smoke swirling within the device. And he'll look up and smile. So you guys had some success then, eh?
It was painful, but yes.
Well, for such a reward, and he gestures towards like the sack of coins sitting on the on his table, on his desk near the fire area there.
A present?
Well, I had agreed to pay you in addition to what you found there. I'd love to see my lovely goods.
Show him, Sal. And Flit gets all giddy and squeals and runs over to the sack.
I mean, we already split up the gold.
Yes.
But, officially, you didn't get it till you got back. So
Yeah, so I give Flit her portion, and I keep the rest for now. But the portable hole belongs to Dr. M, right?
yes, I suppose I could give that to you guys as well, but I do want the contents there.
Sure, and Sal produces the items that he requested. So we get you the bag back. It's just need to empty it first.
But of course. And he will start, like, as you pull out his items, he's like looking over each one very reverently, taking his time to inspect each item, make sure that they are kind of as he was looking for. Well, this is perfect. Thank you, gentlemen. And lady, sorry.
It's all right. And she's shoveling her face with light pastries now.
A short time later, as you guys are probably, resting and recovering, he has offered you, of course, your rooms, which Flit has a room there, and there's a couple guest rooms nearby Flit's space in Dr. M's kind of this luxurious penthouse kind of setup, of which you've basically only seen the guest rooms and his like study room. Flit may have seen some more, but he's offered you the use of that area, and he will take his leave. But shortly after, a servant comes upstairs leading two individuals. Of course, you recognize, depending on how Zero is showing up, you may or may not recognize him. But you see a tall, slender, kind of half-elf, well-kept with like dark hair and like a kind of pointy goatee. It's like well-kept and like greased up, dressed in like kind of like almost like a tux, like a black and white sort of suit. Everything's well pressed and well kept, and he walks up with a very straight back and opens the door. I have two visitors for you guys. Come in, gentlemen.
Visitors?
Yes. And if there's anything you need, there's a bell over there by the fireplace. Please ring it, and I will be happy to bring you things. And
do I recognize the servant?
you probably would have seen this servant. It hasn't been that long. This is like the head butler. What would the head butler's name be? I'll give it to you.
Smothers.
Smothers. All right. This is what happens when you give your...
At least that's what Flit calls him.
Okay, Smothers is Flit's name for the head butler.
At least it was
He's
Smuckers.
constantly always around and getting... Flit tries to do certain stuff, and he's... Yeah, so his name... Smothers.
Smothers.
And he gives you this this kind of wry smile across between, she's harmless and oh my God, she's here in my domain again. As he steps aside, he gestures and in walks two gentlemen. I would assume Zero may be leading in because he is first there. Zero, are you looking like yourself or?
Not until I come in.
Okay.
Until I see my friends, my two friends here.
As soon as he does, Flit squeals and runs to Zero and gives him a big hug.
All right. And,
it was horrible. Horrible. Mechanics, things trying to kill us. It was awful. Awful.
I told you to wait for me for these kinds of things.
Yeah, but Sal wanted to go quickly.
Sal always wants to do things quickly.
Actually, that's totally not like.
Who's this?
and behind him.
Hi. Because you see this person right here. She's all of 4'8", I think, maybe, if that.
Pretty short.
Yeah, 4'8", don't even weigh even 100 pounds. Throws out her hand and says, "Hi, my name's Flit. What's yours?"
You're better off hugging her.
What'd you say?
Said you're better off hugging her.
Oh.
And O'Neill, you want to tell us how your character reacts is overly enthusiastic.
Wow, I don't even know. There's just like, what is going on here? Do y'all know each other, or?
This is Zero.
Yeah, so just to work you in, and anyone who may eventually watch this, poor O'Neill kind of jumped in the last second to fill in. We lost 2 of our players. So how I'm working it in is, O'Neill, you'll be a operative of the Ivory Order, which is like a kind of secret service a la earlier when they were still kind of not only a protection, but like an investigative kind of unit for one of the nations of Lermont. And so you would be an operative here, and you were sent to meet up with Zero and them, and Zero has led you back. That way you don't know them, but you are in the same organization.
Yeah, so kind of like 007 and His Majesty Service kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, excellent.
Expeditionary forces.
Not that they really act like it. Yeah, they are chaos.
So do you shake Flit's hand?
Sure. Yes, I'll shake your hand.
As you do, you suddenly feel like you can't release it. Almost, it's almost like you've put your hand in some glue, and you've let it stay there for a little bit too long, and you've actually have to like resist pulling your hand apart from her.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't touch her hand.
What is this strangeness?
What? Oh, probably candy. Could be something else.
You might want to wash that.
I did try to warn you.
She digs in a random pouch and pulls out like a whole handful of candy with the pastry and whatnot. You want some?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
It's at least 3 days old.
No, it's fine. It's all yours.
Okay. And she suddenly you see her just turn around and bounce off.
Quick question: I don't know if you mentioned? Do I know O'Neill's character? Have I met him before? You're muted.
You're muted.
Fine. You know this mute button thing. That's why I don't use it that often. I forget about it.
Mute.
If you would like to have known each other, that is perfectly fine. Maybe he was one that helped recruit you into the Ivory Order. But that is kind of up to you guys.
I don't know if that's what you want to do. Sure.
Someone run with it.
Do you have a title or just Colm?
You guys get me on the fly.
It's okay. I improv most of everything, so feel free. It doesn't matter.
Colm Garrick.
You see, Sal is. You know it's Sal. He's actually tinkering on something. He said not. Yeah, I would have said not to touch her hand, and he just but doesn't say anything else to you, and he's just tinkering on something, which you may know him well enough, or maybe even by reputation. This is all he does. He's focused on his work, I guess, inventions and tinkering with stuff. So.
Just so you know, Neil, I posted both in chat and I sent it in Facebook Messenger in case it helps for future posterity. I have this grappling bracers, like a magic item everyone has. Mm-hmm. It's like a little grappling thing that's just hooked onto a bracer. You can fire. You can fire as like a reaction if you're falling, or you can use it as an attack item. We kind of realized after the last game that I needed to reword how the grapple part works. So I've tacked on down there that if it's your size or smaller, you can grapple it. And if it's size larger or more than you, you can pull yourself to it.
And trust me, it became highly useful last game session.
Oh, of course it does, Dave.
It helps when you're fighting a floating beholder. So
and stuck in the middle of the room with no way of getting to it.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys helped it disintegrate one of its buddies. All right. So anyways, I just wanted to make sure that was readily available because the rest of them tend to use this item quite often.
Okay.
But given that the world's set on floating islands with airships, I figured it would probably be a standard issue for anyone who is doing any sort of operations out there.
Cool.
All right. Shortly, Smothers walks back in and with a piece of paper kind of folded up and hands it over to Salnitro. Says, the masters asked me to see that you get this. Let me give you what it says. Let me find my show notes. All right. So, Sal, you were handed a folded up piece of paper, and as you unfold it, you can see it's kind of like handwritten on there. It's Sal, I have gotten the answer from your targeted member, Tommaso. Here is as I have received it. My boy, tough to communicate. Your old rival has me captive in my study. Stay safe. I could not bear anything happening to you. Pop that in, just so that you have it.
That's when I say, I'm trying to remember, Dave, what, so trying to remember how because we changed our backstory a few times. How did, were we just on a mission together, or did we do favor for each other, or what happened?
I was on a mission to go get whatever, and I got into some hairy ass crap. I don't know how that happened, but something sabotaged me, so on and so forth. And I basically was about to end up on the chopping block or the hanging noose or whatever, and you stepped in and saved me.
So wait, how you got in trouble? That's that could be a million different ways how you got into trouble. Okay, so I
was acquiring something on a mission for Dr. M.
So I actually say, Flit, I'm calling in the favor you owe me.
Oh, okay.
And he turns around. It's like he just sees Colin for the first time. Oh, sir, you're here. Might I trouble you for a favor? And Zero, looking like Zero?
He is now, he said.
I am now, yes.
Oh, okay. And Zero, I could use your help as well if you're willing to help me out. It's a more personal business, but it could be beneficial to the Ivory Order.
You're asking me for help? I am here for you.
Colm, are you able to help me out? Unless there's something official you need.
I have nothing official going on, but if it is to benefit the order, I could be your man.
There's the leader of the Artificers Guild. He seems to be captive right now, and it's not common knowledge. I sent a message to him to see how he was doing, and looks like he's being held captive. And yeah, that's what he looks like. But basically, yeah, I need to get in and rescue him. It could be a little. Let's just put it this way: there's already a lot of. Trying to remember, Bill. There's a lot of the guilds are openly attacking each other now.
Yeah. So what you've discovered is that since Sal has left, the guilds seem to be kind of like an open conflict, of which Colm would probably know quite well what's going on, at least if not the specifics of why. He at least knows that it seems like there is a rift that has formed within the council that rules Artigiani, and in particular this Artificer Guild as a whole, along with like the common smiths, which are more like their muscle, seem to be trying to assert their power more amongst the other guilds and try to force many of them to follow along with their plans. Suppress some of the ones that have been longtime rivals, but as to yet had not been in open conflict until fairly recently, probably within the last month or so.
Yeah, and it could get a little worse, but if we can rescue the guild leader, we might be able to put a stop to this conflict. And it's always good to have a friend with the guild leader, one of the more powerful guilds in the Artigiani. So, well, I guess it's your call. I'm going to be doing it, but it's your call if you can make this an official mission. I guess.
Yes, we can make this official. Send it up the right channels.
Well, we can always contact. O'Neill, we have a book that we can write stuff in it, and it goes. It's like a book of sending. So what we write in, they can read, and they can write back. So we could let them know what we're doing. But I think the sooner. The sooner he doesn't want me involved, but I've never. Sometimes you just have to do what you feel you need to do. And it looks like the person who has him is, what's her name again, Bill? Because you probably have the notes better than me right now.
I do have the notes. Let me get back to that part.
So I give you a name. I think she's in charge of the
Yes.
alchemist. No,
No,
artillerist.
artillerist.
Yes, she's the head of the artillerist subguild. Segreta Artiglieria.
Artiglieri. Yeah. Hey, you made it. I just.
Yeah. I didn't have to say them out loud until now. I can't read it. I should be able to read. It's Italian, so artilleria. It means artillerist, I guess. So, we have a habit of taking the last name of our whatever guild we are part of or are in charge of. But
So who is Mr. Tomato part of?
Tommaso's the head of all the artificers. Segreta's one of the artillerist sub-guild.
That always confused me. You'll have layers upon layers upon layers, like an onion.
Tommaso is supposed to be in charge, and then he has a council of I think is there 5? I think armorer, artillerist, alchemist, battlesmith, and 4.
I think there's 4, unless there's more I missed.
My brain
Let's say there's 4 for now.
Glad we're not talking about the Hunters Guild.
But so there's the one leader, and then there's the 4 sub leaders, and it looks like one of the sub leaders is maybe taking control. I was worried about it last time I was here, but I didn't think she would be this bold. But I didn't leave on the best of terms. So let's.
If time is of the essence, then maybe we should make haste.
All right. So I think that I know where he.
Have we rested or no?
Yeah, I think we need to rest officially.
Not officially, but resting would probably be a good idea.
Okay, if we have not officially rested yet, Lit definitely complains.
All right, so
I need sleep. Sleep. Need sleep.
Okay,
I was not there for you.
Sleep.
all right.
Calm.
So, Flit, you can go take a nap. I'll wake you when we're ready.
Bye. And she darts.
And the rest of us should probably prepare. I'll need a few hours to prep everything, and
I'll need some information before we go.
I know where he's being held, and it's Bill. You said it's his normal, like his main residence.
Yeah, so I'm not muted. So you find you remember, like, so the Artificer like guild as a whole is basically like set up on a like decent sized compound within the city. So there would be the main Artificer house, which has kind of the collaborated efforts that are going on, plus all the interior, um, all the initiates that would be like brought into the Artificers but hadn't found like a niche yet, would come first to the Artificer house and study there. So he's there along with some of the higher up members that perhaps have a more like diversified study range, or ones who serve time in one of the sub guilds and now have been kind of promoted into like a higher structure. Since you did like a scrying of him, you remember that he is in like on the like 5th floor area. He has a study and like a lab and rooms that are like attached near the hall area where a lot of the initiates are like housed and slept. He likes to be close by. It's probably not like the first year initiates, but like the second or third year initiates, like the kind of middle range ones that might need guidance. He likes to be close by. So he's got you saw his study, like his kind of reading room, and where he would take questions and all that. You saw him in there when you had your vision, and you had a sense that there were guards or something off to the side, but you couldn't see specifics.
Yeah, if he wasn't being held, I could possibly have gone to see him, but it'll prove a little more difficult. And I seem to remember someone loaned me a hat of disguise for some reason.
Yeah, Dr. M, because you had kind of asked if there was a way, and being this crazy, rich and powerful guy who just happens to have a hat of disguise laying around on his hat rack, decided to loan you that for your time here as long as you needed it on the island.
I said I might. I know enough to probably get close enough, but I don't know if they would let me in. Unless you, Zero or Colm, have an idea of how we can get in. Is there any alliance or formal between the Ivory Order and the guilds here, or no? That's nothing official.
Yeah, probably not. Your order tends to be like more of a secretive group. So you wouldn't like outright say it. Now your country in general, the country that the Ivory Order works for, have some ties to the area in general. I am getting that phone call now, so sorry. We need to take a quick break, and I'll be back soon. But take like 10 minutes. Hopefully that will do, and I'll be back, and then we'll continue on. All right, thanks, guys.
O'Neill, I'll show you this is what my character looks like. He is human, but that's what he looks like.
Okay.
You probably know he probably has a gnome and dwarf blood in him.
Okay.
And he has a big bear-like familiar, like it's metal. It's his companion. So he has a construct companion, big bear-like and stuff.
Robotron.
Oh, all right. What do you guys think? What's a good way we could get in there?
I could get in there.
I could too.
How high up is it? Yeah, he could, or she could definitely join me as well.
Yeah, you two probably could get in there, or we know someone who has a boat that knows how to not say that she knows us.
Oh yeah, we do. We do now.
Recruit.
Yeah.
If we can find if
Serene.
But you can also walk up. You have wall climbing, don't you? Dave?
Yep.
Spider.
Now, the thing is, I should have done this before. I have lots of spells that I can. I'm going to need 8 hours to prep stuff anyway. But I can learn different spells. I have a large assortment here.
I saw that, Dave.
It was magic.
This is not the pen you're looking for.
Actually, it's a pencil, really. So,
Well, fine, be that way, man.
love it. Cost me like $5.
Ooh, look, I have levitate. I don't have fly yet, but I have levitate.
I got levitate.
There you go.
The only one we have to worry about is comb.
So
You're
Yeah.
a fighter, right?
Yeah. I should have just been a monk. I could have just ran up the wall.
That would have been awesome, dude.
I mean, we have ropes, right? So
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely. And
They got
Bill-
grappler
Bill-
bracelets or something.
Bill officially said that we could take it with us. We have a portable hole. If
Don't get old.
if Sal has
And it's air, right?
Portable hole.
Yeah.
Is this Looney Tunes?
water breathing.
Yeah, apparently.
with water breathing, does water breathing also include vacuum? It used to back in the old
You
edition.
need water.
I know.
Yeah.
but they-
Water.
I don't see it. Do you know what level that is?
Hey, I'll be right
You have
back,
to
guys.
be Warforged.
Yeah, no, I don't have it that I can see.
Water breathing.
I will take levitate. I will drop.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna be right back to. Actually, let me see if I even have that on my list as far as water breathing. What level of spell is that anyway?
I don't know. I don't because I don't see it on my list. Oh. So here's what I think the plan is. After do you need 8 hours of sleep, or can you get by on less?
You gave me 20. Well, how much did you give me before? 20 something, right? Or did
What?
hit points before we came here?
Oh no. So I was only 10.
Oh, it was only 10. Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't have a second level slot.
Okay, gotcha. I swear I got confused. Okay.
Basically, I have a combination of wizard and cleric spells, but I have like a cleric in prepping them.
I have to sleep. I used all my spells last game session.
Okay, no, but how many hours do you need? I don't know if you're an elf with 4 hours.
Let me look. I think I got to sleep for like 8.
Are you an elf? Oh, no, you're not.
Well, yeah, I am an elf. I mean, I got technically, yes.
Okay, that's what I mean. Technically, you're
What?
an elf, but mechanically you're not.
Well, I am an elf,
Oh.
but I'm a special
Yeah.
hybrid elf thingy. But I need 4 hours of sleep. But
Okay.
as far as like getting spells back, I think you.
Oh, 4 hours.
Is it 8 hours that you need to get them back or some shit like that?
It's still the 4 hour. You just have to sleep for 4 hours out of. I think technically it's you sleep 4 out of an 8 hour period, and humans have to sleep technically 6. I think some people have figured it out because you could do 2 hours of watch, but after 4 hours, we can just send you and Zero out to explore things while I finish prepping because I'll need my full 8 hours.
Oh yeah.
But ask Bill what.
That's splitting the party though, so that's kind of.
Well, Zero wants to get information, so if you guys can
Oh, okay. But yeah, we could do it real quick, like all sneaky like and shit.
Yeah, you guys can see if you can get in and request an audience somehow. I don't know. That's one idea. And I got to see what.
Okay, I gotta be right back.
Yeah, no problem. You're muted if you're talking.
Fuck. I said, are you free every other week?
Possibly, depending on the day.
Okay, Wednesday.
I can squeeze it in. Actually, yeah. So not this week. If it was next week, I could probably.
It won't be until like
No, but if it falls on not this gaming week, next week, I should. There's a better chance.
there is. Well, it might not happen until 3 weeks from now. So
That works. Yeah. So next week being one. Yeah. Okay. It's possible.
okay.
We can talk about that. And I have to start my game up. I got to start my game up too.
We officially we started last Wednesday. Bill, we started with Bill. Bill, depending on what happens with Bill, then the way I'm going to set it up is after that he will be recruiting people, and it's for my airship game. So, and yes, I will warn you. Well, it's going to get a lot better because I realized I hadn't made a character with my games, or not with my game system, but the game system I use GURPS and all that stuff. And this is the first time ever using this shit. And I've been trying to remember how to use all this shit because I got a program, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. It took like almost 8 hours to create a character. So as well as 21 years worth of information. So, but it should get easier. The way I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it in 3 different ways. Is basically we can do it like me and you. Well, actually, the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to like, okay, we're just going to brainstorm ideas down, all this other crap, blah, blah, blah. And then I can plug it into the system, and then we can go from there. Second idea that I was going to do, or not second idea, the second choice you get to do is just kind of give me a rough estimate of what you want to do. You know, I want to be, you know, a blah, blah, blah. I want to kind of do this, that, and the other. Then I'll make your character for you. And number 3, Dave, make me whatever the fuck you want to. So that will be the 3 options.
You're a fairy.
I'm leaning between
No.
2 and 3.
Well, it's all going to be my version of humans. So
Okay, well, we'll talk later.
yeah, and like I said, Bill could end up dying. so we don't know. So hopefully not, because like I said, it took him 8 hours to create a character.
So I guess let me get my ears in.
No problem. I just have to one quick thing, and I'll be right back. Like 5 seconds.
Jeez.
Okay. I need to stop happening. Okay, I need to go. I'll be right back.
I had to go save one of my cats from the wildlife. We got some bobcats around my house last night, so fun. Yeah, especially when they're rare around here.
Yeah. I mean, we had a bobcat. We saw a bobcat a few months ago before all this. We went out hiking, and there was one, but I had never seen one in my area. I heard of one once, but I never seen them.
Oh, shoot, it was like after midnight. It was like maybe 30 feet from my back porch.
Wow.
Last night. I was like, they travel up to like 100 miles.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we get coyotes out here, but
yeah, I got tons of those.
Same.
We'll
Joys
probably
And donkeys.
Oh, I'm in Indiana.
okay. Wow.
Yeah. We used to be part of Canada at one time.
Much of us.
Yeah.
Much of the country was. I guess that was
Yeah.
part of Spain and Mexico at one time.
I was supposed to be in your neck of the woods this weekend, Bill, but with everything
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
postponed, yeah. Vista.
Just like a family little trip, or
A gaming convention thing.
oh right on. Which one is going on down here?
It's this thing called Campaign Against Cancer.
Oh, cool.
Charity one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a downside, like all these events like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thinking about that, just like, oh man, I haven't heard anything about Gen Con, but
Yeah.
that's like about an hour or so from my house.
That's on my bucket list. That's
It's on my bucket list too, and I've never gone. And I
really?
live so close. And it's just,
I've been to Adepticon, which is an awesome. It's a 40K, mostly like wargaming convention that's in Chicago. And I've traveled to a couple of different events, but not gotten to Gen Con.
yeah, it's pretty crazy down there in Indianapolis anyway when it goes on.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I don't like huge groups in general.
Yeah.
Like, I work at a bar normally, so I deal with crowds and people all the time. I don't necessarily want to do it for fun. Conventions, it's kind of hit or miss. If you got the right group of people, then I think it's fun because, like when I did the wargaming and stuff, I knew, I don't know, almost everybody. I had ties with a lot of podcasts. I ran a podcast. I knew all the top tournament people. Like, you go and it's like, oh, I'm just hanging out with my buddies. We're having drinks. We're doing shots in the middle of the games, and But everyone I've heard who like is really into Gen Con, like they have their crew that they meet up with or they know that are there.
I used to have friends that go down there that played Dragon Ball Z back in the day. A lot of them are top world tournament players that would go down there. And the only time I'd ever go down there was during some like tournament for Magic.
Magic.
Yeah, I think as much as I would like to go to one of the big cons. I think the only one I might go back is the Fan Expo in Toronto. Even that is the only other one that, because I can get tickets to go see that. It's I like the smaller ones that are just gaming. So there's a Breakout Con in Toronto, and I really want to go to the Absolute Tabletop AtCon. It's like this year I was all set and it's canceled.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I was looking more forward to going to Gary Con with everything that went on.
Yeah, I did virtually.
I was feeling bad that I was on the phone for so long.
Hey, life happens, man.
Yeah. My I had to wait for my sister to get off work so I could pass on some family information. But yeah, it's actually probably good. Like, this wasn't as late as I would have necessarily expected her. Oh, there we go. Got forked. Fork you, Flit. All right. So we were prepping. People were resting. Anything you guys would like to do before we worry about moving on towards the Artificer compound?
Flit would definitely ask for healing potions.
I think you guys pretty much cleared him out last time. So
Oh yeah, that's right. Darn,
doesn't really have any sitting around.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Any important information I need to know coming into this?
You guys did get in your magic items last time, but you can decide who wants to have hold of it, is that Staff of Healing, and I think I was altering it to just anyone can use it.
Oh, yeah.
Because let me look up my dungeon
Didn't
master.
you change it to a wand or something like that, a rod or?
Whatever. I mean, it can stay a staff or
Okay.
but
The club of healing.
yeah, instead of
Does 1d6 points damage, but heals you for 1d8.
yeah,
I've actually made that
Actually,
magical item once.
figure.
It is awesome.
A great like risk versus
That's
reward.
It was.
If you want some jackass kind of stuff, there you go, right there.
Yeah, right. If you're playing a very like light slapsticky game,
Well, the game, it was a one shot, but it was. I gave everybody cursed items. So,
I'm Johnny Knoxville. I'm walking to Jackass Dungeons.
yeah. Here you go. I'm your healer. Beat the crap out of you.
We man the healer.
All right, let's see.
Zero would have liked to have taken some time to undergo a disguise with disguise self and go and try and scope out at least the exterior.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Let's
Before-
do a couple of
long
rolls,
rest.
and we'll just make it a quick thing while everyone else is getting ready. So let's do stealth and see how well you get in and out of there with advantage because you are probably sticking to the darkness.
17.
17. Okay. Alright. And perception checks.
Oh, yeah. 15.
15. Okay. Just trying to pick up the magic item and not having problems. Okay. Don't want those pages. All right. So you see, it's set up kind of like a compound. So there's a gate structure. There's probably like a let's call it like a 10-foot high, like wrought iron fence with like kind of like spikes that shoot up, but instead of like, I guess not spikes, there'd be like the top of the gate is about 10 feet high, and then there's this about 6 inches up. There's these little rods with circular, like copper-looking balls on there, and you can kind of see from time to time these little arcs of like electricity shoot from one ball to the other and kind of shoot around the edge of the fencing here. There are, you can see inside there's 5 buildings. There's from like the main gate area. So there's definitely a place where there's like, and currently it's standing open. It's not like it's shut down, but it's just that like they want to make sure people are going through the front gate. This front gate part is open. There's a couple of like guards standing by, pretty generic looking. They carry like crossbows, swords. They have like a cog wheel stamped upon their like chest somewhere, kind of identifying them as part of the Artistifer Guild, or at least they're guards there. There's a few people you can kind of see roaming in here, but from that front gate area, as you look in, and I mean, it's wrought iron, so you'll be able to see pretty much anything anyways. There is a main building that you can see. It's about 10 stories high. You can see it's got on each corner that you can see there's like a copper rod that runs up the side of the building, and you can see these little like studs in spots like that are kind of holding it in place that runs up to the building. You see on the roof there seems like there's a large like spherical structure on the roof of that one. In the front of it is the same like cogwheel design kind of on the building in like a copper inlay there, right about the middle of the building with like a circular window that's kind of built in there. There are 4 other buildings, and they're all fairly like similar in style, but with like slight differences, and they all have different symbols on them. So one of them has like a shield symbol on it. One of them has like a vial symbol on it, like a alchemist vial. One's going to have a like cannon on it, and one has like a it's like 2 hammers kind of like crossed across it. The rest, so the main one's about 10 stories high. The other ones are about 6 stories high. So they're a little bit shorter down there. The roofs, you can kind of see like there's a metal rail that goes around them. And each of the buildings, you see that there's like kind of guards that are standing near the front doors. There are also, you see a few automatons that kind of like walk mostly near the front doors, but some are also like off, kind of roaming through the general area. And many of them seem to be, like many of the people there seem to be looking out and fairly well armed. If there's anything in particular that I did not describe you were looking for, let me know. I tried to imagine it all and say it, but I'm sure I missed lots of things that would be interesting.
It's probably as much as I can gather from that. Maybe try and get something from some kind of local contact. But that's about.
Okay. Yeah, so you've got like a thief background thing, a local contact sort of thing for having a
Urban bounty hunter.
Urban bounty hunter. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you spend a little bit of time going into some of the more questionable establishments that you think you might have the people that you know. And what is it? I forget exactly what the background offers. I know it's some sort of information there.
You have like a CD contact that can give you information about local coming and goings. It can be more criminal based if you need it to be, or since it's probably not, they're probably more of a legitimate establishment. It would just probably be I don't know, there might be, I don't know what kind of information you might have at the place that might
Okay.
trigger off of that, but I'm sure there might be maybe even just like guard schedules that somebody might keep track of for a criminal organization, different things like that.
Why don't you give me a D20 roll? I'm just going to kind of, and hold on, I'm fixing the staff of healing here. I'm putting it into the chat there, the staff of healing. I got rid of the acquires attunement by a bard or cleric, just requires attunement. I didn't erase it there. But anyways, it doesn't have to be by a bard, cleric, or druid. It has some healing properties. If whoever wants to decide they're holding on to that for this mission, you're welcome to swap around who tunes it later on. Okay, back to 0. Yeah, so you go into a local establishment. What did you roll on your D20?
9.
9. Okay. So he wasn't very familiar with like guard schedules, but this particular contact does know that they get shipments of various supplies every morning about 10 a.m. Like a cart will come through with various supplies, and then again another shipment will come in the evening, probably about 7 p.m. There'll be another shipment that'll come in So the morning one tends to be like work supplies, various like alchemical things, bits of metal. Some of it's like finished products that have been passed on, to like they've been ordered and now they're being delivered. They're gathered up somewhere and then they're shipped in through these carts. And then the 7 p.m. one tends to be more food, like wines, more like the stuff to replenish their pantries for the next day. So there will be several carts that would come in every day at those times or close to those times.
All right. Thank you kindly.
Hope that kind of works for. I figured I'd have you roll, then I'd decide how useful it was. All right. So Zero would return eventually.
And see if Sal is still awake or if he already went to sleep or not.
You've never seen him sleep. Mechanically, yes, he sleeps, but for flavor, he's always working on something, and he zones out sometimes. So,
Well, I know I've heard him snoring, so
Probably with a wrench.
So he would come back to tell him what he gathered to try to see what maybe they could come up with together as to get the best way to get the rest of you guys in, if we happen to go in the way Flint and I think we can go in, or a way we can all go in together, whatever you think.
so which way do you want to go in?
Well, he himself is accustomed when he's by himself to just like go up and go through like a window or something like that.
I can
And apparently-
levitate with this thing here. He pulls out these little canisters. I put these into the backpack and I will levitate. It's not as great as full as flying, but I can levitate. And then I have these gloves here with this little sticky pads on them. I can climb up something like what Flip does. With these here, I can pull out a bunch of stuff. I can make a few of us invisible. I don't know what else. Whatever else you need me to do, I'm ready. And I got the hat of disguise that I borrowed, and I can make myself look like someone else. So I can get in the same way you can. I won't be quiet, but I can get in the same way.
What about this? And he'll he would say it obviously in his accent. And then he would bang on Carbone.
Well, we could borrow the. I can bring him in the portable hole, so we're good.
And then he would also bring up that they have a new attending member from the order that will be most likely joining us.
Yes, well, he outranks us, so he's going to come, I guess, and he can. Yeah, he's a bit loud, I think, from what I remember. He does usually walk around in heavy armor, if that's still the case. But.
I have something that might help us with that.
But then again, so am I. I don't wear heavy armor, but it's still.
I'm more worried about him getting up.
Like I said, I have levitate and I have spider climb. Either way.
Okay, that works for you. We got you covered, but we have Carbone.
Well, Carbone, I put him in the portable hole that we're boring. with.
Okay, covered, and then a new one. Colm. Him? You know him?
Colm, yes. He's the one
Yeah.
who recruited me.
Oh. So he doesn't probably want to go into a hole, no?
Well, unless he has a way of not breathing, like Carbone.
So this is the one we need to figure out.
Also, how do you want us to get in? Like, are we going to climb up the side? What did you see?
Well, you are the one who knows where your comrade is being kept.
Well,
Where
I know
is
the
up?
building.
Oh, well, do you think up is better? Or
Now, Bill,
that is how I would go.
First off, are we going at night?
Well, there is other information,
Because
but that is what matters, how we go in and determine what time.
3 of us can see in the dark. I don't think Cole can. I don't know
No.
if he has any things to see in the dark. But
I mean, it's night. It doesn't necessarily mean it's dark. He'll have like many, he'd have disadvantage for like perception checks, but I don't think he's necessarily the most perceptive to start with out of the group.
He's not the most, no, but he's not horrible at it. I'm thinking Zero might be the most perceptive.
Then it is also an artificer building, so once you're kind of in there, there will be light. Like it's not.
No, yes. I mean, so from what do I know of the building? Like, if we go at night, I know where his chambers are. How is this? Because there are airships everywhere. How are buildings protected, especially an artificer building?
So you would know that there are like ballistas and stuff that would be possibly manned from the roof if they needed to. Not many. I mean, airships have cannons and stuff. They don't necessarily get used in direct conflicts because of the value of them. So it kind of depends on how open things are or what's going on. The building your building has a door that's situated on the roof so that people can go up there and do repairs and man ballistas if they needed to.
I got an idea. Do I know of any secret entrances to this place?
Okay.
Preferably one in the bottom that I can come up, or maybe in the top if I know one there too. Just I know of any.
Okay. Why don't you give me, I guess, a history check? I know you're good at them all, so it's not like that big of a deal. But something that you feel would be appropriate for the knowledge of the inner workings of the main building.
Now, could I convince you to give me advantage on this roll?
No. If you were going through the Battlesmith building, I'd say sure.
Well, but this building is his residence. I probably have spent time here when I was younger.
I'm sure you have, but whether he'd show you in and out through the secret passages, I'm going to say just a straight roll.
All right. Oh, that was a horrible roll. 11.
All right. So you don't really know of the secret passages. You never had to use any secret way to get in and out of this building. You know there is a front door, a back door, and a door on the roof.
When we're done this, I'm going to have him install a secret back door. Okay, so Zero, you went through to the front. You saw how the front is.
Yeah, he went kind of around probably one of the sides, so we saw the front and probably a side if it's available to see.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, whatever you think you would have taken the time.
Yeah,
I would assume that you'd do a pretty decent scout of the area.
Yeah.
just trying to see. I know front may be the hardest, so maybe, and then they'll have people on the top, most likely. It's been a while since I've been in the building. I don't remember if there was any compartments or like secret things, passages. At least none that I was told of. And so, what do you think, sir? Which looks like the best course of action? And could I draw like a rough map of this place? What I
Sure.
remember? And if we go at night, this is where his chambers are. This is where his study is. I'm guessing they're close by. Anyway.
Yeah, so his chambers and studies and lab are all like interconnected on the 5th floor of the building. So pretty much smack dab in the middle of the building. In fact, the cogwheel where the circular window is, that window shines right into his like study area where he receives guests and receives initiates who have questions.
So that would be a good way to get in, but it's probably defended as well.
I mean, it's 5 stories up, pretty much right in the front of the building. And I don't think you've ever seen it open. I don't think they necessarily, that's not like I mean, it's like a huge man size, like, 10-foot big window. So it's not exactly designed to be opened. It's more for viewing.
Okay, so there goes that.
I mean, there could be other windows in the building. I would assume that many of the quarters have windows that slide open and such.
Okay, I'm trying to remember if we. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Did I? It's been a while since I've looked at those notes. Obviously, there's the head of the Artificer Guild. Talking to her is probably not a good idea. The Battlesmith Guild. Talking to that one, I can't remember if I said I. Oh, I don't. Do I know who that person? Like, do I know who was promoted into it? I know I created a person, but do I know them?
Yeah, I would think. And I think you got a breakdown of them as we went. It was Ferraio Battaglia, who was / is Segreta's like lover or companion.
Yeah. Okay, and he's in charge of the Battlesmith.
Yes, he took your place.
Hey, shh.
Spoiler alert.
Right.
Yeah, and then the other one was the Alchemist, and then the Armorer. The Armorer was, I think it was a dwarf. I don't know
Now,
how well I knew him.
Grunry Armatura. Yeah.
And then the Artificer.
So the alchemist was Alessandra, and then the main artificer is Tommaso. He runs the main part of the guild, or did before.
I'm trying to find the chat that we did. Okay, so do I know the? Did we discuss if I knew the Artificer well?
Which
Sorry, the Alchemist.
I don't think we necessarily discussed how well you knew her. I mean, I would assume that you would have met her, may have known her. So I guess you could do a roll and see how well you think you know her. What you call, whether like high or low, or
Would you say an insight check?
to determine how well you knew somebody.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess.
I like how it games the system here.
It's
Wow.
not. I'm not good at it. I would rather.
Straight to the point here. Let's just do an inside check.
Okay. So we'll do So you roll and I'll call high or low.
Sure.
Okay, we'll do high.
High what? High you knew her or high you didn't?
High, I know her. Like she's
Friendly.
friendly. Yeah.
All right. I rolled a 19, so yes.
Okay. And you said that their quarters are connected to it's the same building, right?
So there are 5 buildings in this area, and she would have like her guild would have her own building. The battlesmiths have their own building. Like so, each of them have their own building, and then there's one that's just like the main artificer building, which is the higher ups of the guilds who have either moved on from the sub guilds to help Tommaso run it. The teachers for the initiates who are like kind of learning which style they want to fall into more, and a bunch of like initiates that are doing studies and learning, and various people who would be working on specific either assignments or areas of study that they wanted a dedicated place that wasn't necessarily like sub guild specific. If that all makes sense.
And how did the Dr. M, was it? How did he get a message to them? Was it a spell or was it? Oh,
Yeah.
a note. Oh, that's right. I sent a note.
You wrote a note,
Yeah, but I don't know how.
and at some point during the time you left, he got a message to and back from Tommaso. You have not inquired.
I say to you guys, there is someone in there. I don't know if she will help me or not. Since I left, we haven't spoken. I don't know if she will help me or not, but it's possible. I don't know if we want to take a chance or what do you guys? How do you
You
think?
know a woman. That's what your plan is relying on.
Women are always trouble.
Oh yes. Well, I said
I have a bad feeling.
she's one of the heads of the sub guilds.
This is your plan A?
Because if she can get us in, then we might be able to get them out. Then
I have so many questions.
Sorry, I love her so much. Thank you.
So many
Sure.
questions.
Yes. Okay. You and Flit can probably get in there nice and quiet. Combe and I probably won't be quiet, so we might just the direct approach, or we have to get escorted. We have to get escorted in somehow, and I'd rather not break down the door and fight our way in.
And your Carboni is actually going to be accepted somewhere for once, yeah?
Well, he's going to be. I will take him in the portable hole we're borrowing just for now. But if we need him, I will take him out.
You also mentioned in the last session that you had done some work to kind of make him look a little different.
Yes, it's more for getting him inside. If we're just walking in, then we don't. That's one thing. But if we were going to spider climb or float or fly, then it's easier. Yeah, that sort of thing. Until I can set up a jetpack on them.
I just want to make sure that you remembered that. So if you needed that as the just walking in.
Yes.
option.
Well, I could put on I can use the hat of disguise, and we could walk in and look to speak with Alessandra. Let's put it this way. Alchemy is not one of my strong fortes, and I did take some of the classes, and she helped me out, but I'm not very good at it. Basically, I don't have a proficiency in it. And yeah, so we might be able to somehow request an audience with her. I don't know.
Well,
Or do you think we should just go in, drop in on the top, and go in from the top? I don't know.
I don't know if it's worth just going up to the gate and knocking on the door.
You may not
Is
need
there-
to overcomplicate things.
Well,
yeah.
they may not. Well, they're not going to let us see him because he's not been seen. And then maybe we'll go in to see her, Alessandra. That might be easier.
To a point.
And if she's willing to help us, she might be able to get us in to see Tommaso.
I mean, can get you through the door at least. So it's up to you guys how you want to do it.
Yeah, let's put it this way: the five of us, four of us in Carbona, the five of us are not going to make it. Even if we manage to get through the door, we're not going to make it far. They have a lot more firepower than us.
Yeah. There's smuggling. Anyway. Something. I'm at a loss here.
I'm not trying to make it hard. I just didn't want
Yeah,
to wait.
no, I know.
So
So, Ghost,
This is
Zero, what do you think?
your lover, ex-lover.
I wouldn't say that. No, we were just schoolmates.
You left without saying goodbye.
No, she was there when I left.
Oh, okay. Well, if you think that will get you admittance, then it's better than you trying to pretend to be something you're not, right?
Well, no, I can't go in. That's the problem.
Wait.
I'm not allowed back in there. I would go in disguise and then find a way to request an audience with her.
Oh, brother.
Let's put it this way: out of the four sub guilds, she's the one I trust the most. Which the other three could be probably closer together. I don't know if she.
I like you, but it's not your trust that is concerning at the moment. It is their trust in us, or you to get us in, right?
Okay, well then, how do you want to get in? Like I said, what? Because I said I don't know much about Nalgrunri, the armor sub guild leader. I know him, but I don't know him that well.
Could you pretend or try and sneak in with us, or
I can try. I'm not horrible.
smuggle you in the morning with
Okay, let's put. I'm not bad at it, but no offense, Colm, but I think Colm is bad at it. Sneaking.
I have ways to help you. I've been doing this a long time.
I remember. Yes.
That's not a concern.
And obviously, I don't trust the one in charge of the battlesmith and the artillerist. Those artillerist is the one who's behind all this, and the battlesmith, they're together. So I don't know the other two I don't know how far we could trust them. But if you said we just walk in, then we could try to walk. Like we'll just sneak in. That's fine. Then we'll do that. You want to go up to the top or somewhere else?
I thought you might have an idea of where someone is being kept.
Oh, I know where he is. He's going to be in one of his rooms, and I show you on the
Okay.
map, which are on the 5th level. What's it? How many levels are there?
10.
Yeah, so it's right in the
Yeah.
middle. So the entrance is at the bottom.
Yeah, so there's a door at the bottom level. There's a door in the front and the back, and there is one on the roof, which tends to be locked from the inside, but there are ways to open that.
That's true. Okay, if you want, we can get a
Then
boat
we
ride
should
to
go
the
up.
top. Yeah.
We can get to the roof. Is there no way to get to the roof, Zero?
Well, we can get an airship to get to the roof. It's a small one.
And descend.
So, I mean, unless you guys get your own or confiscate one, most are not going to willingly try to fly onto the roof of a building, especially during a time that's like actively conflict between things, which you would probably know. But there are items, I believe at least Zero may still have one griffin feather on him. I don't know if Flit had one, so that's an option. And or you could definitely pick them up. Maybe Dr. M would have options for you to buy one off of him or something.
I guess we could do that, and we can all fly up there.
So then, just laying out the other options you've kind of come up with is Zero knows of the scheduled carts. You have your alchemist friend that you could try to get in to see and see if either she could get you into the main building or just use that as a way to get through the gates and then figure out things. You can look like whatever you want, so you could possibly just walk in as a different artificer as if you belonged there.
Yeah, I guess they're not keeping guild members out because that would be.
Yeah, I mean, now to get to Tommaso, that might be a different story, but to get into the compound should not be as difficult as you're making it.
Okay, I apologize.
No, that's fine. I wanted to give you guys options, but now we've got to the point where we've just run through options several times and haven't picked. So those are kind of as I see them. If there is something else, I mean, Flick can walk up a wall and tie on a rope if you try to scale. But
no, like as far as my status or anything, could I come and go or?
I mean, you wouldn't necessarily be known directly to the guild, but if you had some reason that you would come in, then I mean, I'm open to entertain whatever.
No, I just nothing yet, but
yeah, I mean, it's like basically as long as they don't think that there's any reason to worry, they might let you come into the compound and talk to people or do whatever like anyone would do. You're obviously not in one of the opposing factions from them. Mm-hmm. And if you or just like you and 3 other people come in, if you're not looking like you're posing a direct threat, they'll keep an eye on you. But if you can kind of figure out I'm trying to think, figure out a reasoning for being there that could get you through the doors, then
I have one.
All right, what's that?
It requires a question first. Tommaso, was he under bounty? How was he seized? Was this an open thing or?
Well, it's not officially. He is still in charge of the guild. It just looks like there was a coup, but they're keeping him as a figurehead. But nobody's seen him in a while. But I know I had a message sent to him, a coded message. So,
so you disguising yourself as him?
I doubt that would be. They would want to know why he's outside because they're probably not letting. I don't think they're letting him leave. They're probably it's under the guise of keeping him safe for the ones that they are not controlling, but I don't know. I said I
Are
only got,
all of them kept like that,
as I said, this is
or that's just because it's a coup thing, right?
yeah, I
So,
think it's a coup by
but it's someone you know, your character knows, right?
oh, I know him. I know all the
Can't.
guild leaders.
And how about your hat? How well does that make you look like someone else?
It's the hat of disguise that Dr. M loaned me.
So it works like your disguise self spell, basically, but he gets to do it at will.
So do you think you could pretend to be like this guy and just walk in?
Tommaso?
Or any of the other ones.
Yeah.
You
Let's put it this way. I could look like them, but I can't act like them. It's more for a visual thing. I don't want to make myself look like one of the higher ups because if anyone starts questioning me or something that I probably, unless I know, like if they know the person, I'm not good at faking things like that. You know me well enough. I'm not a people person.
So if you live there and stuff, do you know if the gate, like the normal guards, would even question somebody like Tommaso if they just walked in?
As I said, I don't know how the things are going these days. I don't think he's allowed out. So if I'm walking in, they're going to find that highly suspicious. Remember, this is an artificer's guild. We know about magic. The hat of disguise may not work for long. Who knows? If they have an anti-magic field. Sorry, don't get any ideas, Bill.
Me, as I take notes. No.
He may already have had that idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would just go with my vote would be climbing.
Okay.
So basically, you just need to get into the compound.
Yeah,
Like,
we can walk in. We can create a. We are representatives of which country again?
Valermont.
We're representatives of Valermont. Colm, you are the highest ranking official here. We could get in under those guys maybe to speak with Tommaso or one of the other, or maybe the Alchemist Guild because we're looking for some potions to be. We're looking to purchase some potions, like on a mass scale.
Potions, armaments.
Yeah, but if we want to speak with the one in charge of the Alchemist Guild, and we could say specific potions. We'd like to order some, and we want to speak directly to the head of the guild. We could try to speak to Tommaso first and try to see with him. But as I said, they might let people see him, but I said I don't think that they will. But as I said, it's whatever you guys think. I just giving you my opinion of what's going on. So what do you say? We'll walk in through the front door. I'll be in disguise. And we walk in. We're not Ivory Order. We're part of Valermont, which we do have. We can get paperwork to say that, right, Bill?
Yeah, I'd assume. If you guys wanted some, either have them or if you desired, I would think you could have gone to.
I think Colm would have, out of all of us, Colm would have had that possibly anyway.
Yeah, Combe could have paperwork or the ability to draw up paperwork for that. That's perfectly fine.
Just give me 1 minute.
You can write your own paperwork.
Yeah.
Well, I am the man in charge, at least in this part.
Yeah, I was going to say, otherwise, the dreamless sleep, you'd have stuff maybe stashed aboard the ship there that would be less, that are already designed for you, but they are they would keep it there so that if you got caught, you weren't discovered. Up to you guys.
I could draw up something. I keep various seals on hand for
Perfect.
certain occasions.
Perfect. Luckily, you brought them. Okay. So you guys have papers that state you are official like ambassadors from Valermont. And are we proceeding to the... What time are you guys heading in?
You want morning or night?
I always prefer night, but
I mean, by the time Flit rests, it's probably more morning after Flit gets 8 hours. But you guys can wait till... You're welcome to wait. There's no time constraint other than the fact that, I don't know how much Sal's willing to wait with his
lover.
If we're
Tommaso, who's
if we're going in, we're just walking through the front door going officially, then you probably want to go during the day or evening. You want to go in the middle of the night. But if we're gonna just sneak in, then yeah, we can go. Better to go in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
We're on an urgent mission to secure some alchemist potions as soon as possible. And
Right.
Time is of the essence.
Well, we're at open warfare with Deslin, right, Bill?
Or you're close there too. That's the last port you guys came from was basically working to kind of free some of your sailors and deal with the conflict that's going on there. So that's fairly well known that there is definitely conflict brewing. So that would be a good cover story. All right. So are we? What time are we going?
Okay, so, all right. So, what do you guys? Well, let's just go around. David, what do you think? Sneaking in or walking in through the front door?
Sneaky. I ain't walking into the front door.
Okay. Zero. What do you? Chad, what do you vote for?
sneak.
So, and Colm, what do you?
Night.
Well, I'm not exactly dressed for sneaking, so.
Well, neither. Well, the way we would do it is we'd get up to the top. Where Zero's character can help us to sneak. We can get up to the top, for example, and then come down. But we have to come down 5 levels. I know. I'm not.
I mean, you're either coming down 5 or going up 5, unless you want to go through like a window.
Right.
Which is also an option. Okay, so we've got 2 that want to sneak and 2 that are going to walk in. So you guys can always split up and have 2 go in as diplomats and 2 that are going to sneak in, perhaps even while you 2 are going in, causing this distraction.
Okay, we'll go sneak in. I think that's fine. I think we can do this. So,
Okay.
All right.
So you make your way to the compound. It would be early morning by the time Flit had woken up and had a full rest, because it was pretty late at night by the time you guys went to and back from the from the tomb. So are we going first thing? It would be like first thing morning, or are you guys going waiting till the evening, or waiting for one of the caravans to come in with supplies?
I would say with the caravan coming in with supplies.
That'll be morning time.
Yeah, so there's a 10 a.m. and a 7 p.m. one. So it gives you options of either morning or start.
Well, you want evening, right?
That'd be better for, I think, Flint and I at least, and then
Perfect.
and help you guys.
Perfect.
Okay, there you go. So the 7 p.m. wagon train, essentially the caravan that's going to come in. Yeah, are you guys all sneaking in, or are a couple of you going to walk in with the caravan? Are you going to bribe someone in the caravan? Not to throw in more options, but you know, you guys could walk in at that time and just know that there's a little bit more of a distraction, so it might make it easier to use your ruse, and or Zero Flint can sneak in. Is a storm going on over there?
Yeah, dude, that's like never-ending thunder.
Damn, that was a loud one.
I mean, I could go in as the distraction. I mean, if it becomes worse.
Oh, so you want to go in by yourself, or I can go in with you in disguise, or we can all sneak. As I said, it's because there's other groups coming in, so their attention will be further down. But it's a lot harder.
Okay, we could just approach it as if we're all gonna sneak, then we're all just gonna sneak.
It's better to go at night then, because during the day
Yeah.
it's a lot harder to sneak in through the top. If that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's fine. That works.
All right.
I'm fine with that.
So you guys arrive. You guys get near the gates, anyways, close enough that you can kind of see the gate opening, and also see the road, so you can tell, you know, when or where this wagon might be coming.
While we're all still together, I'm gonna use pass without trace.
Sounds good. So as long as people are within 30 feet of him, you had 10 in stealth checks. Tell me how you guys decide to try to sneak in. You see 4 wagons coming in around 7 o'clock at night, coming down the road. You guys can have as much space or time as you desire to figure that out. You can see that each wagon has 2 individuals that are riding it, and then there are a few others that are kind of like armed, riding horses nearby, like kind of flanking them on either side. So there's 2 on each wagon, and then like 4 total. So 2 on either side, riding along on horses.
So we're doing 2 and 2, right? Like Sal and Colm together, and me and Zero together, right?
I think we're all 4 of us are going together.
Okay, and then we're splitting.
No, I think right now you guys are just sneaking in.
No, I think we're keeping the party
We're all
together.
sneaking in. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I use that spell.
So if you guys want to give me stealth checks as you attempt to hide amongst,
And we get a plus 10 too, right?
plus 10 to your roll.
Oh, well, I don't feel so bad now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm sure Flitz is going to be ridiculous.
I got to do math.
I bet you I beat you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dang.
All right, let's see here.
Okay, get a roll so far.
I bet you some pocket lit.
Okay. Okay. Are we typing it in?
Sure, yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay. Go ahead.
3, 2.
Yep, you beat me by 3.
Ooh, jeez, 36 and 33. Those are ridiculous numbers.
I rolled a 14.
Did you
I
get
rolled
to
a
get
nat
an extra
20.
couple
Ah,
hours
nat
beat
20.
for that?
Oh, O'Neill, you had disadvantage. Did you roll that?
Oh, shit.
All right, well, you got chainmail on.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, I don't. I
Dang.
have.
Still plus 10 to both, though.
I should have
I'm not
given
going-
you magic
you should-
armor instead.
Man.
Oh, well. We'll see how this comes out.
Oh, you're just horrible.
Holy
Crap! I can't even see that one. It's so worn
I
out.
just realized that my sneak attack now does 46 damage.
All right. Well, so then my lowest one there. There we go.
So you guys are able to kind of scramble whether it's in the back or underneath or maybe a combination thereof, into this cart. And the various carts, they pull up to the front gate. You can hear some conversation going on, probably a little muffled, but after a little bit of time, the carts start pulling in. They go down and around the main building and are pulled up behind the back of the building. If you're peek out, you can kind of see like the back side of the building. There's like a door that's got like there's several steps to go up to a single door back there. That seems to be two kind of guards over there, and then there's a it's like almost like a garage door that like rolls up that they have opened and are now like there's some people that are starting to unload the first of the carts, like pulling out the boxes of food and like all the goods that they have that they're bringing in there. So what's the plan now? So you see that there are, of course, the guards of the caravan are there nearby. There are guards on the back door. It doesn't seem that anyone has noticed you as of yet. You're hidden amongst the carts, probably one of the ones, either the third or fourth cart in the train.
Where to, Sal?
But there's definitely less activity back here. There's two guards, and you can see one kind of like automaton, kind of wolf-like, but more like slender, metallic creature that's walking back and forth amongst the two that are protecting this back door.
Where do we go, Sal?
Well, we said we were gonna go, I guess, go up to the top. We're sneaking in. It's evening?
Yeah, so it's a little after 7 now. Took a few minutes for them to turn in their paperwork. They check their schedule and then go in behind this and start to unload. So somewhere shortly after 7, not far after 7, a few minutes. So it's definitely getting a little past, like it's dusk time. So the sun has kind of gone down. There's still a little bit of light, but not a lot. And you're in this like courtyard area. You're in the back of the building between the main building and the fence. So there's probably like 40 feet there. There's a few trees, perhaps some bushes or shrubs, whatever you guys kind of desire to be around. They're currently unloading one of the carts. So there's some crates and some barrels that have been like set in the courtyard area. And then there's members from the artificers coming out to pick up some of the goods and bring them inside.
So I thought we were gonna. I doubt we can sneak in through the front door. So maybe we're at the bottom. We have to go halfway up. So maybe we'll go up to the top, tie a few ropes, and then climb up.
So
Can I look around and see if there's a window or a balcony even?
Yeah.
Sure. You can have a bunch of ropes, and you can figure out where to tie it, and we'll follow up shortly. We're probably not going to do it right near the front door. We'll go off inside or something.
Yeah, Zero would probably notice that the sides were less guarded. Like there's not guards standing on the side of the building because there's no obvious entryways over there. So, Flit, if you want to give me a roll for perception.
16. So that's 20.
Okay. So, from the backside, you will see there's some windows that are open up on the higher levels. You see some like curtains that might be flapping out in the breeze of the evening as the first few levels, like the first 4 levels, there are no windows at all that are open. They're all shut. They all actually are like made to stay shut. They're not designed to open. These are where like the classrooms and some of the libraries and some of the storage areas are. Then starting at the 5th floor and higher, there are windows that you can see spattered across the backside of the building that are open. From where you are hidden amongst the carts, you can see that at either edge of the building there's a copper rod that runs up, a pole that runs up probably about 6 inches or so off the corner of the wall and runs up. You said it was a 21?
20.
20? Okay. You will notice that there's the copper rod that runs up the side of the building, and you'll see that there are like little copper studs that come out of the wall just a couple inches, and every now and then you'll see a little like current jump from the pole to the rod.
Hey. I reach over and grab Sal and shaking.
Yeah. What do you see?
There's a rod that's like electrocute and stuff.
Do I have any idea what this is?
I mean, you'd probably know that they have at the corners of the building, running from basically the bottom all the way up, they have a copper rod that like conducts essentially the electricity that they use to power their building, and it juts in through all these little copper studs on each floor, and then powers their quarter of each floor. The rods are so it should run all the way up.
Question is, can that be used as a weapon for anyone climbing on the outside or dangerous?
I mean, it's copper with open exposed electricity. It probably wouldn't be fun to climb.
Yeah.
But it's only on the corner, so if we avoid it, we should be fine.
Yeah. So it seems like it runs up on each corner from the ground floor to the top, and is just a way for them to conduct their electricity.
It's all Tesla-like.
Yeah. So you can kind of see, and as Flip points it out, you watch and you can kind of see that there's like little bolts of electricity that'll spark from the copper rod to their little conduit at each floor at pretty regular, about 10-foot or so intervals. And every now and then you'll see like a bit of electricity kind of like spiral around the rod itself, heading up towards the roof.
Yeah, don't touch those.
Not gonna.
Avoid them. You're gonna get all tingly, maybe paralyzed, maybe die.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No.
Okay.
If you're climbing up, you don't.
Because the last wizardly guy didn't have those.
No. So if we walk between them, we should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we go do it now?
All right. Well, you lead on. You're the one climbing up to put the rope up for us.
I just run off. Yeah, I don't even let him finish the sentence.
Actually, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to follow Flip. I will be casting Spider Climb.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are able to follow Flit. I'm assuming you're going to kind of like run around to one of the sides of the building, and
I was going to say, Colm, this is the first time you've seen this. Flit just runs up the wall like there's nothing at all wrong. As she looks slightly behind her, as she sees Sal's run up the wall, she stops, turns around, and gets excited, and quietly squeals.
Yeah, you see, he has these gloves with a sticky substance on them, and he's and on his boots, and he's just following you up.
And I'm literally doing like he's climbing like this. I'm like this, like my head is here and my 2 feet, and he's like, and I actually walk around him, and I'm like excited.
Here I am, just wondering what happened to the good old days of just meeting your enemies on a battlefield.
Right. Okay, so you guys are heading up, and are you going?
Stealthily.
Yeah. you kind of looked around and you saw that the few guards that were kind of nearby as you were running around the corner were very occupied paying attention to these carts that are coming in. They definitely have distracted them enough that you're getting there. Are you guys going for a window? Are you going for...
Probably a balcony, if there is one.
There doesn't seem to be balconies set up on this building. Pretty much artificers here, anyways, if they wanted the fresh air, they go up to the roof, which is like one giant balcony. They're not necessarily... their rooms, especially in this main building, aren't designed necessarily for like the comfort or whatever. They're more like almost like monk cells where they're small chambers with beds, because this is where most of the initiates are. And even like the higher ups, they tend to be more distracted with their work than the creature comforts of having a balcony. But they do have large windows. So
Okay, I'm gonna creep up on one, like I did in the other wizard tower, and peek in.
okay.
Their curtains.
Why don't you give me a D10 roll?
I'm dead. Woohoo! This could be bad or good. I rolled a 1.
All right. So you were lucky enough that there was one window on the 5th floor that was open that you're able to find, and notice that there is no one inside at the moment.
Ooh, you went blurry.
Oh,
There you go.
Oh, did you touch electricity?
yeah. Apparently,
Okay. I'm.
I'll climb in as well.
Yep. Should we check for magic, trappy stuff?
All right, you do that.
What?
go for it.
If you
Go
don't,
for it,
I
yeah.
will.
Oh, did we tie up a rope to get? No, just the two of us up there right now.
Yeah, you guys both like spider climbed up the wall, so
Yeah.
you'll need to.
How far up are we? Which floor?
You're the 5th floor, so it's about
Oh, okay.
50, 60 feet.
So one rope should be. What? A rope is 60 feet, isn't it?
15 is the normal, but whatever.
Okay, whatever. We tie 2 ropes
Yeah,
together.
you guys got that.
Yeah. And I'll actually climb back down and say, Zero, maybe you go up first, and then Colm, you bring up the rear.
Yeah, I guess I'm going in
Okay.
Yeah.
and
Go ahead.
tying off
So,
spot in the room.
All right. Did you give me an investigation check or whatever to see if there's traps?
You want me to do that?
yeah.
You went down the wall, so
You don't
Yeah.
go into a room without checking for traps. Jeez.
Flit
No,
said-
I meant Flit
Yeah.
went in. I'm better at it than Flit is, but I didn't go in yet.
How did we do, Flit?
Okay, so I rolled a really crappy one. 12.
Okay. You're fairly certain that there were no traps.
What do I see?
So this is on the 5th floor. These are mid-level initiates. So this room, you see, it's fairly plain. There is a small like cot essentially that's there. It's got a like a purple comforter on it, a fairly fluffy pillow. There's a little desk that's over there with a bunch of drawings on it of various schematics and like essentially like homework, design there. There are books scattered across the room. Here and there, there's like some gears and some different bits of metal. Probably some tools that are kind of like laying around there.
As I'm looking around to see where I can tie the rope off, I just randomly start grabbing stuff.
Okay. Yeah. You'd notice that there's like a closet that's built into the wall that would have like a pretty sturdy like rod maybe that runs through it that you're able to tie it off to. The cot doesn't look super heavy, so unless you want to rig up something, that would be a little weird. But you think,
What kind of clothes does he have, or this person have?
you actually, by looking in, you can tell that it belongs to a female of probably like medium height, maybe probably like 5 or 6 inches taller than you, which is tall to you, but medium average to most other like humanoid races. They're all pretty plain, nothing too extravagant. There's like several leather aprons that are like hanging in there. Various like.
Does one of the as I'm tying it, I'm holding up the apron and looking at it and thinking, would it fit Sal?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
I put it in the bag.
You got me a present.
Is there any brightly colored clothing?
There would be one like one purple dress that's like kind of shoved in the back of the.
Flit's so taking that.
Okay. Poor initiate who is lost his. All right, so Flit ties off a rope and I guess drops it down.
Oh yeah,
You got
and waves below.
Just quick little athletic checks for Zero and Colm to see how we fare.
Does the pillow feel comfy?
With you can have advantage since we're going up with a well tied off rope. Yes, the pillow seems to be pretty comfy.
She takes a pillow.
Poor girl's gonna have a bad night. She comes back to her room.
Jeez.
We'll see something here soon.
Wow.
So Zero's able to kind of scramble up the side of the building. It takes him a little bit of time, like Zero's struggling a bit, and Calm just starts like hand over hand pulling himself up in heavy armor, like it ain't no thing. Probably catching up to Zero pretty quickly, but you're both able to make it in to the 5th floor window. Sal, you would know as you climb in that generally where this is, and it's pretty set up such that each level there are like not necessarily communal, but there's like bathroom areas with various like showers and baths and stuff that are set up in one general area of it. And then there's like a hallway full of rooms, and like the higher up ones, the ones that are like getting ready to move up to the next level have the window side. And then there's like a row in the middle of the building of smaller cells even that don't have windows. And then another on the outside over there. But you would also know that down, so there's going to be 2 hallways that run the length of the building, and they're going to run across. And one of those, and you would know where it is, will lead to Tommaso's quarters. Basically, he's got the front half actually of the building is essentially set up on the 5th level to be his various quarters.
Okay, once we get all inside, I am going to use the hat of disguise to make myself look like a student, one of the low level ones.
Oh,
and yes.
Would I have found maybe a picture of her?
Give me a D20 roll. Just
17.
Okay. You find a picture sketched and like up on the wall of someone who looks like they are an initiate. May or may not be that person.
As I see kind of Sal doing that, I grab him real quick. Sal, look like this girl.
That's okay.
And I hold up the purple dress.
I look like I bring out Carbona. I look like just a student, not anyone in particular, and
Fine. Shove the
wait,
dress back.
maybe you want to put the dress on.
Not yet.
Uh,
I got to redo it.
Comb, I can make you look like a student too if you want. Probably one of the, I think the battle sets would probably be best, but you would have a companion here, but I can do that.
Yeah.
All right, so I use Ultra Self on Comb, and I make him look like, just a normal student. Really, all I'm doing is changing what his. Actually, hold on. What I even? I just make him look a little more like a artificer, maybe an armorer or battlesmith type thing. Just make him look a little more like that. Actually, wait. Does Flit have a disguise? Who has a disguise kit? Who's good at? No.
It's all right.
Yeah, never mind. Ultra Self, I cast. Or do you think we probably don't need to? Yes or no?
Yeah, I've got a disguise kit.
Okay. Then I'm not going to cast it right now. You could basically I just embellish his armor and stuff a little bit and his weapon, so it looks like it's like that. And Zero can look however Zero wants. All right, so we look like students here.
Okay, so you guys exit, and the hallways do not seem to be busy right now. At least not this hallway. So you're able to kind of make your way around to the front of the building. As you kind of get to the corner, Zero or Flit kind of peeks forward, and you'll see that there are 2 guards standing at the doorway of Tommaso's quarters, which is not a normal thing, but 2 fairly well armed and armored guards standing there with, of course, the cogwheel upon the breast of their armor.
Do I recognize any of them?
No, you don't seem to recognize these ones. They definitely aren't battlesmiths, and they definitely weren't a part of the main artificer house, part of Tommaso's house.
Zero would look at Calm and Sal and ask, "Do either of you have a way to talk your way past them?"
You know me, I'm not the talking kind of guy.
Oh,
I could take
You're telling me.
yeah. No.
I could take one of them out.
I will go for the other.
Okay. I go up the wall.
Just, I don't know about taking them out. Well, then again, you know what?
This might be a matter of finesse.
Yeah, knock them out. Don't kill them because I don't know whose side they're on.
Okay.
They could just be they're doing their job and not actually be part of her group. So.
Right.
Look at Zero.
When you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. What are we doing?
Same Z's.
I'm gonna prepare my swift strike bow.
I'm gonna try to sneak up on the sea. Okay, how far is the ceiling?
They're not super high. It's maybe like 10-foot high ceilings there.
Okay, well I'm gonna crouch like get up in there.
Yeah, no problem.
Kind of go all stealthily like around.
Okay.
And try to get behind or get just above the dude I'm going after. And I'm looking at Zero. I'm gonna go for the far one.
Okay, so you're actually walking out there, like on the roof, of course. But,
yeah, I'm like a spider.
Okay.
or like the crazy little, baby from Train Spotting.
Oh god.
So
Oh God. Jeez.
All right, roll your stealth check as you head out. This one would have to be without Zero's benefit, because once you get out like close, they'll once you get past 30 feet from them, it stops.
well, I rolled. Let's see here. I gotta do math.
Yeah, you get there just fine. You scurry along the roof, and they're looking around, but it almost seems like one saw you, but then he looks forward, he doesn't register. You just thought for a second, oh wait, no, okay. He kept looking, just wherever he was looking was somewhere near you, but you were in enough of a shadow that you were fine. They rolled good, so I wanted it at least to seem like they got close, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me transfer that over. Hold on. Oh. Okay, so I'm gonna look at Zero and time it where I go exactly when Zero goes.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark, the one I'm gonna
Okay.
And I'm dropping down on one of them.
Sounds good.
Nat 20.
Come
in a row.
God damn it. Oh, good. That's handy. Glad that don't count. Oh shit! Close though. Close to what he rolled. Okay, so I rolled.
Things DMs like to hear. I'm glad that didn't count. I'm glad I'm gonna ignore that.
That was wild, man. I played around with it and it dropped on a natural 1. I'm like,
5-second rule on the floor, man.
Yeah.
oh, is it? Okay. All right.
So when he sees the 1, he starts counting until 10. Oh wait, no, it's 1.
Where'd he go? I rolled a 25.
All right, yeah, that'll hit. Roll damage with sneak attack.
Yes.
Zero, how we doing over there?
So is it a full round of attacks?
Yeah, it'd be basically like a surprise round.
Okay.
They did not know that you guys were there.
Was Slit using a second weapon for a bonus action attack? David?
Yeah.
You have more than one dagger. Yeah, they're granted.
Yeah,
they're
but I
all,
thought my bonus attack. I thought I can't attack with a bonus action.
No, where you have a full round of attacks.
Yes, you could use a bonus action as long as you weren't going to use one of your rogue abilities in your bonus action. So if you wanted to use 2 daggers to drop on him, if you wanted to just
Death from
stab
above.
Okay. Yeah. Do I need to re-roll another roll?
if you want to add another roll to add more damage, sure.
Roll to attack, right?
Yeah, roll to
Yeah.
attack.
For the second. Okay. Yeah. Why not? Because I'm going to hide. And I guess I could disengage, but
Well, you could walk back up and hide. Yeah.
At that point, you're
yeah, but at that point, he needs to fall and not scream out. Oh shit! I rolled a natural 17 plus. See, okay, so that's a different weapon, so that's plus 4. So 17 plus 4. 21. Okay. Oh, crap. So does sneak attack only count for 1 dagger?
yeah.
Okay.
The other one just adds a little bit extra,
Okay. So I'm gonna roll the first one first.
and
That is
it
dead.
actually is just the damage die on the second one because you don't have any of those special bonuses where you get to add your dex in. So roll the first one
Okay.
and then add a d4. Unless it's a magical, then you can D4 plus 1 or whatever.
No, that's the first dagger.
Okay, do it.
The blood dagger.
You roll it.
Okay, I'm rolling. Good Lord. That's 10, 15, 16.
While he's doing that, how are we doing on damage over there, Zero?
19. Just a minute.
So I get the bow gives me 2 attacks from 2 arrows.
Yeah.
Notching the bow. I'm a Gloomstalker, so they haven't acted, so I get an extra attack, and then I'm past 5th level, so I have extra attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah,
and
ridiculous.
And the first one is a natural 20, so I got 31, 29, 23, and 21.
Damn. Yeah. Go for it. Remember the natural 20, you're going to do max damage on the first damage die plus roll the die again.
And I have them hunters marked.
Yeah.
So that adds another D6. So max on that too.
Sure.
So that's 14 already. And then plus 4 piercing, so 18 plus whatever I roll. That's another 8. So 24 on the first attack. And then now he's minus his natural, his max HP, right? And I'm a hunter. So I get an extra D8 against him.
Yeah.
Another 18. This is going to be a non-lethal one. I'm going to try to like pin him to the wall or the floor.
You could pin him to my opponent.
Another 15 damage.
Jesus. This poor guy.
And and another 16.
Damn. All right. And this was supposed to be non-lethal? Or
Yeah.
Zero's doing non-lethal damage? Okay.
You're using
This
the
is Sal's
blunt arrow.
thing. Trying to help him out.
If he's not dead, he's in a coma.
Yeah, he is. He definitely slumps to the ground. Zero's got enough skill, though, that he's able to kind of like slam at least one of the arrows up against like the helm that he wears in such a way that like knocks him unconscious, and he falls to the floor. Flit, how we doing? And,
So the second attack I roll just the D4, or do I add my?
it should just be a D4 because it's offhand, and you don't get the fighter bonus of adding
The dexterity.
your dex.
Okay. So what? Oh shit! Max damage. Okay, so I rolled. So 29 points total.
Okay. And your guard will slump to the ground as well. Or are you killing him?
Sal said no.
Okay.
Flit remembers that far and back in time. And
6 seconds, I think.
as
That's
she,
long for Flit.
it is as she clocks him, or however she does it, and she kind of rides down with him, and shh, go to sleep, my precious guard.
All right.
And I move up to the door quickly and I attempt to open it. If not, I'm going to pick the lock.
As he's doing that, I take the guard's money.
All right. Sal, give me a lock pick or whatever. Thieves' tools roll. Guards money.
Question is,
My guard's money.
Yep.
do I have someone giving me advantage?
She's
Hint?
stealing guards money.
Well, Zero has these.
Do you check the guard for keys?
Okay, fine if you want to do it that way, but I know how to pick a lock too. Let's put it this way.
Just roll. You're gonna get a good roll. You get like
I have
+10.
a plus 10.
Yeah,
I have
just
extra
roll.
keys.
Oh, fine.
Like, oh, but please let me get advantage.
Okay, I have a plus 10. I got 11.
Ooh. You rolled a natural 1. All right.
Crap.
Ouch.
Some reason that lock is just super hard to open, and your thieves' tools broke in the lock.
Howie.
I looked for some keys and realized they might have keys on them.
All right, give me an investigation roll. I can't believe you rolled it. That's so perfect.
With a plus 7, I got 10.
And you can't seem to find keys either. This is gonna be like critical role where we can't get to a card.
As Flit is
I'm nervous.
as Flit grabs, she looks up at Sal. Are you okay?
No, I'm looking for the keys. We're almost there. Just help me open the lock. Find some keys, open the lock. Come on.
Anyone else want to?
You know what? As way this is going, I'll roll, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm just for why not?
Yeah.
You're going to investigate, look for keys?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
And do I get plus 10 on this, right?
Sure.
Okay.
And advantage.
And advantage? Are you sure? I got 2 bodies.
Can I get advantage?
Just to fuck with Paul. Yeah, go for it.
All right. I'm doing it. Oh, either way, it's like okay, with advantage, plus 10.
It's 11.
I only get plus 7 on investigation.
I have a 0 on investigation. I still got a 25.
Yeah, the keys are right there. Like, I don't see why you couldn't see them. They're like attached to his belt.
Oh, I was looking on this guy here. Okay, good. I'll grab the keys and he ignores everyone and he unlocks the door.
All right. The door swings open and you see like the fire's kind of on a like low kind of burn. But you can see there's like a tall, like kind of plush chair there with you can see the feet of like an individual who's like sitting back in the chair reading. And you would recognize as you kind of get around, Tommaso is like sitting there. He's got his glasses on and he's reading in a book here, and in his other hand, propped up on like a side table, he's like making notes like while he reads at the same time.
Sal, it's your guy. Sal, it's your guy.
I go up. I drop the disguise and I go up. Tommaso.
Sal, is that you?
Yes.
My gosh.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, we climbed up the side of the building and we knocked the guards out.
Why?
You got to work on those defenses.
Well, I mean, up until recently, we've not been a war guild.
True. Okay, so what has she done? Why has she tried taking over?
Yes. Not exactly sure how or why or what brought it all about, but yes, Sugreta has kind of commandeered these guild. I mean, they still call me the leader, but none of the orders that come from me are actually from me. Anyways, we should probably get the heck out of here.
Well, you believe me now? Like I think she had she had something to do with my lapse of judgment. Let's just say, but that's now not the time to discuss that.
I walk up to him. Hi, my name's Flit. Can you breathe in a portable hold?
Well, I'd have about 10 minutes. And then I would suffocate and die.
We can put him in the portable hold.
How long did it take us if we went, like, if we just went like down the rope and?
It took you a decent amount of time. I mean, depending on how stealthy you want to be.
Okay, well, first thing I'm going to do is alter self on him, and make him look like another student.
Good idea. Hold on. I've got to grab a few things before we go. And he will scurry off towards like one of his rooms. So like he's in a sitting room and there's a door on one side and a door on the other side. He pushes open the door that leads into his lab and he rushes in there and he grabs like this kind of like this crystal orb that's got like a swirling like green glow inside. He grabs a couple of books and he starts shoving these into his like he has a satchel that he scoops up, starts shoving them in there. He opens up a drawer and kind of fiddles around a little bit and you hear this little click and he pulls out like this about a 8-inch long or so object with 5 different prongs on it going in, like all kind of pointing towards the inside. And the top part is like this almost like this helix looking thing, but there's like 5 of them that all intertwine and then like come to a sharp point at the top. And it almost looks like a weird like 5-bladed dagger, except for they're not sharp at the end there. And it gleams with like a sparkling silver look to it. And he grabs a couple of potions off the shelves. All right, let's go. And
Should
Pull the guards inside, and I lock the doors and I'll take the keys.
I'll help you with dragging them in.
Well, actually, I'm going to ask someone else to do that. Well, I guess I can help drag a body. I'm not that. I'm average.
I'm gonna go out the door.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Get out there. Pull in them guards.
And almost got a hit.
yeah, Flit, go scout ahead the way we came. And then, unless, Tommaso, do you have a way to disguise yourself? Or
I don't tend to go through subterfuge. And I wasn't planning on things like that. They've left me very little. And if they knew the things they have left me, not much is left.
Okay, so I will cast Alter Self on him.
Okay.
Which means Spider Climb is not available anymore, which means I'm going to have a fun time climbing down.
How did you guys
Levitate down.
How do we get in?
That's a concentrate spell, too. We came in through one of the windows through the one of the alkalites or something.
Unless you know a way through here, old man.
I mean, not from up here to get all the way down in stealth, but if we could get back towards the bottom levels, one of the libraries, there is a passage I use to get in and out when I need to be more discreet.
I think you can get us down there without being seen.
Depends on how long it takes someone to realize that people are gone. Now I don't look like me, but
All right.
a few of you don't look like you belong here either.
Well, actually, Flit is the only one. Colm has embellishments on his armor and stuff.
Sure.
What does Zero look like? Like someone?
He casts disguise self.
Yeah. Flit is
He
the
just
only one.
changed the way his body looks, yeah.
Flit. Well, Flit's usually not seen anyway. All right, so let's head down there as fast as we can.
All right. Let's take the service stairs. Very few use that. Most of these initiates like to take those lifts instead of take the stairs. Starts
So-
kind of leading you off, but he's still like grumbling about how lazy a lot of initiates are these days.
All right. Do you need to roll stealth or no?
Yeah, let's roll a new stealth roll.
Do we still have the plus 10?
I mean, it lasts for quite a while, like an hour.
Oh, shit.
So unless-
Does Tommaso get the plus 10 too, or is that only at the
yeah, as long as you're within 30 feet of 0 and he wants you to, it should pass.
How about
that.
the
Everyone was
natural?
Sal then.
Well, I don't care. I got natural 20.
Oh, dang.
Nice.
So 22. Without the plus 10.
Okay.
So
With
30,
that-
32. Wait, I beat Flit. If I get the plus 10, I got 32.
I got 39 with the plus 10. I rolled an 18. My stealth is plus 9, dude.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, you get a plus 19 on that. That's so ridiculous. That's awesome. All right. Yeah, you guys make your way out, and Tommaso leads you down a few flights of stairs. Then about the third floor, you hear like a door opening below, and he kind of quickly scurries through one of the doors there on the third floor to like avoid whoever might be coming up from the bottom. And he ducks into like a library area. Yeah. Jesus, you guys keep rolling like that. It's ridiculous. So yeah, he ducks
We're
into-
over time, so maybe this is a good thing. We're not going into combat.
yeah. I was gonna say, how are we doing on time? Because we could just do this on rolls, and there would be no combat this one.
Yeah, let's see
2
how far it
hours.
goes.
Okay.
Or we built a fighter for a reason. I mean, I hate to take away all this one either. Yeah, so why don't we do this?
I probably have the most horrible stealth here, so
Yeah.
You only have a -1 with disadvantage.
yeah. Well, that after even with that, it's still 14.
And you added a plus 10, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So you rolled a 5?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
actually, yeah. Actually, I did forget about the disadvantage. Still, I don't know why I did that.
That's all right.
That's all right.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys start hearing shouts from up above. So it seems like someone has discovered something is going on. And is there any? So you're on the third floor currently. He pulls you guys aside into like a library and is scurrying through the library to try to make it to another side door. There are a few like initiates that seem to be like there at different tables, like writing and stuff. They don't seem to pay you much mind yet. I'd say let's do this. Let's come up with different ways you guys are going to maneuver through here. You can use different skills. Each one will be a different skill. If you use the same skill again, DC is going to go up. And we're going to see whether you're able to come up with creative ways to get from the third floor library down. However you guys want to do it. And you guys can alter the world at this point to decide how you want to do things.
I am parkouring
Okay.
my way through the library, whatnot. Also, as certain point initiatives or initiates,
Mhm.
however you say that. If they look like they're struggling or whatnot, I leave a cupcake with them
Okay.
as I jump over their table. Roll underneath.
Give me a acrobatics check.
I rolled a 19.
Okay. Plus some ridiculous number. Cool.
No, I rolled a 19.
Wow, that's low for you.
Park.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Let me do the math. I think that's right.
That's all
13 plus 6.
Yeah, it's 19.
Okay.
All right, cool. Flit seems to be kind of like jumping through this library, no problem. You guys get out of the library and into the hall. It's a hall. There's several doors, places. What's the next thing you guys want to do? And who's attempting another check?
I will.
You can kind of hear people starting to like run and shout from various parts of the building. So there's obviously some sort of search starting up.
They better get the move on.
Actually, I'll let O'Neill go next if you.
And like I said, whatever you want to do, whether it's like
Intimidate someone out of the way. I don't know.
That could almost constitute 2 skill checks, but
Tell them to go upstairs. Like, tell them to run up and see what the matter is. I don't know. Order them around.
Man. Well, I'm just saying, I'm just making a dead run for it right now.
all right, that's fine. If you want to do a athletics check,
Mm-hmm. 14.
okay. All right, so you're kind of running, you're bounding through, kind of smashing through some things here and there. Someone else want to make a check? Zero. Sal. And whatever you guys want to do, you can leave this room into another room. You can make up whatever room you go into. I'm just leave it at creative. If we're running late, and I know it's late for some of you guys, we can hold off on any combat. I just figure at least let's see how we get through, or if we get through.
Where's the secret entrance?
Paul is still muted, and he had said the bottom floor, and he's kind of like huffing, probably like middle of the pack, trying to make his way along.
I didn't realize that it auto muted when my headset got disconnected.
Sorry, I'm just glad I was watching close enough that I saw your lips moving.
Okay, I know roughly where he's telling us he's trying to get to. So I know my way around here. So I will use my knowledge of the layout to get us efficiently there while avoiding people.
Okay.
Your history, investigation.
Whichever one you think applies.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. This is just
26.
okay. Yeah. You definitely remember kind of like a little passageway that was generally used for like transporting like large quantities of goods or whatever from the 3rd floor down to like a storage room on the 2nd floor. So you're able to kind of like scurry through this and lead them through and get you down into the 2nd floor. Now you find yourself in like a large storage room with crates and everything strewn about.
So I guess, Chad, it's up to you.
So we still have 2 more floors to try to get down?
You're on the 2nd floor. You need to at least get down to the bottom floor, the 1st floor, so that he can use his way in and out.
I'm going to try to see if there's a way that I can try to use the area we're in to try to hinder their trail.
Roll.
What would you like?
Whatever you think Zero would use, like if you're trying to like disguise the path you guys took than maybe like a survival, or you're using something else like stealth or.
I think I'm gonna investigate and see what I can use to try to block the way. So even if they did come this way, it would
Okay.
slow them down.
Perfect. Let's do an investigation.
So 17.
Perfect. Yeah, you find like in the supplies, you find like a big wooden, almost like 2x4 thing, but it's really long, and you're able to kind of prop it up from one of the crates up to this like service entrance that Sal had used to get you guys down, so that the path behind you is blocked. Tommaso starts leading you out of this storage room and down the hall. Someone want to come up with anything else for doing well, making your way through the building? I know I'm leaving it as very like open creativity. Sorry.
I don't know. A perception check.
All right.
See if anything else is coming.
Do it.
Fine. Yeah, that's crap. That's 12.
Okay. Yeah, it's tough to see. Like you guys are running so hard that you don't really spot an obvious pathway or obvious entrance. You see like get into a large hallway that runs the length of the building, and you see there's like a large double doors that are currently open, and you can see through those double doors, and there's like a railing that kind of goes off to the sides out of your view, and there's some sort of weird artwork thing with like water falling down from the roof.
Are we still on the second floor?
You're still on the second floor. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a window.
It's a large double door that leads out towards the front of the building.
But we're not going to the front of the building, right? Well, that's
No.
what
How do you want to?
Tommaso said, that he knew a
Yep.
secret way out.
I was just trying to leave you guys open with things, so there's at least checks for there's some dice rolls to try to figure out a way out.
Okay, what's insight exactly?
Insight would be, it tends to be looking at someone's like feelings, reactions, hidden motives, such like that.
Okay, so could Flit remember if she left something like a random tidbit sitting outside?
I mean, knowing Flit, she probably would have left a random tidbit sitting outside.
Okay, if that was the case, how long? Wait, that takes too long, doesn't it?
I don't know what you're trying to do.
I was thinking about casting locate object.
As a ritual or something?
No, just as a second look.
But what are you looking to find?
Wait,
I see what you're doing. You're a tracking spell, basically. You're going to track your item.
Yep.
Okay.
How long does locate object take to cast though?
Second, it is one action.
Okay. So Flit remembers that she left,
Yeah, a button sitting somewhere.
and so she casts immediately. Everybody stops. She begins casting locate object.
Okay. All right. So you get a sense of where it is, and you're able to lead the group over, and you find there's a large like glass window that your object's out there on the floor. Like it's on the side of the building that you guys entered. There's currently no guards out there. But yeah. Wait, what do you guys want to do?
Intimidate somebody.
Intimidate the glass, dude. You will open.
I mean,
Is it just a glass window, or does it have a latch or lock? Or?
no, these bottom few floors, they don't open because they're designed for like libraries and storage things. So they're more designed for light. And
I pull out my jeweler's tools.
okay, sure. Give me a jeweler's tools roll.
So what's that?
Probably just like your thieves' tools. So probably dexterity based.
Sleight of hand.
Sure.
Ooh, 14.
Makes 38.
Well, your sleight of hand has expertise, though. It wouldn't have the.
That's fine. It's whatever.
Oh man! Here I was just gonna pull some Captain America move and bash.
I was waiting for it. I kind of tried to.
I was really hoping to use that.
Do it. As Flit's opening it, Calm just jumps through the window
with the shield. Boom! Basher.
Right. Yeah. So Flit, you cut like a nice circular hole in it. And then Calm just comes right next to you and slams through the window and dives out.
Do I catch the glass that I cut out?
Yeah. It's sticking to your hands.
Oh, okay. Look at it. Stick it in the bag.
So you have a little bit larger than Flit size circular hole of glass. All right. Tommaso looks at it and shrugs and just scrambles over and drops down. Well, I guess we're here. Yeah, let's go. And he walks over to the gate and he will like tap this the object he pulled out, this platinum object, and he will like strike it against this fence kind of in a way, and it makes this kind of weird humming, ringing sound, and that portion of the fence will like open. It swings out open and kind of parts. Come on, and he scurries through and gestures you out.
Did we have to take a, what's it called, a ferry boat thingy?
I think they're actually called lifts. Is the actual term I came up with?
Okay.
Yeah, but not like elevator lifts. Like
No. Yeah.
I was referring to earlier.
But did we have to take one over here?
You probably took one into the city to some point. I would assume, maybe a little distant away so that you could.
Oh, okay. So this place is not separate from the actual city.
No, it's in the city, so it's got its own little quarter area. Like it's 5 large buildings that are separated off by electrical fence. But yeah, no, you're in the city. So now Tommaso is exiting the side of the gate that had opened when he struck it with this object, and he's gesturing for you guys to come through. It seems like the secret way has been abandoned, but yet you hear shouting, and guards are starting to like come around. But you're the gate's open right now. Just
run for where we initially came from.
Okay.
I think it's time to leave.
Yeah, I'm trying to do, throw them off in the city, secret, whatever.
Turns. Yeah, no problem. So you guys get through. Once you all rush through, he strikes the open part of the gate again, and it like closes back, and you can see like the electricity had kind of been these weird sparking spots at the end, and now once it shuts, the top of it is sparking back again, like closing off the pathway behind. You see some guards like run up to the gate. One takes a shot, but is unable to strike as you guys kind of like turn a corner down into the city.
I would drop darkness right there.
Okay, nice.
As he does that, I pull out my ball bearings and scatter them.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So you're running through the city. If someone has survival,
Yep.
a way to track their way in.
Mm-hmm.
Could I assist?
Yeah, whoever.
Yeah, this is your hometown, huh?
Yeah. So who's rolling? Me or you?
I have 4 in survival from.
I do too. I have
I
plus
got-
4.
I
So
got
do
Then
I.
you go. It's your.
So
It's
Oh,
your.
Colm is a survival.
yeah. So we will assist Cole.
Okay, so take
right.
advantage on that call.
Why?
How about a 16?
Oh no,
Good,
hold
yeah.
on. I will actually point out the optimal way to do that and give you a +4. It's a
Okay.
flash of genius.
Sweet.
My new
Nice.
ability.
His new ability. First time to use it. It's a good one. To use.
It is an ability check, right? That's what
Yeah,
a skill check is.
yeah.
An ability check. Yeah, ability check or saving throw. I can do that.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you hear in the darkness behind, you hear some guys like rolling around and falling and screaming. But Calm is able to he takes a few quick turns with Sal kind of pointing out, a spot here or there that he thinks is open. And Calm's able to kind of like lead you guys into the city. And Tommaso was panting pretty heavily as he follows. But you guys are able to find your way into the city, and you kind of like break through into an area that seems to be like a little bit better crowded. And Colm kind of slows it down at that point, realizing that like this crowd might be perfect, and like kind of walking through these people, and you guys are able to disappear into this crowd and make your way into the city.
Would I know this location?
Would you? I don't know.
Because okay, I'll do so.
More math.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. What am I rolling? History or
I don't know. What do you think would be applicable?
investigation? Maybe. Yeah, probably investigation.
Okay.
As I've been dying ever since I heard that we're going back to hometown. Been dying to go back to the special shop.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Yep, I rolled a 17.
Okay.
Plus 7.
Okay. So as you guys are in here, Flit gets a burst of inspiration. Thinks of a perfect place to go hide. Go for it, Flit.
I can't remember the name of it. Crap.
Marie of Pankin candy. Was it ice cream candy and cupcakes or something like that?
Yeah. It's cupcake shop. Sal, we're going to cupcake shop.
So Flit drags you guys in, and you see 2 like orcs in there. There's one female. She's behind the counter, and she's kind of like has some flour caked on in different locations and such. And she smiles as she sees people come in. There's a couple other people here and there. They're like sitting, enjoying like coffee and cakes. And then you see one come out with like a chef's hat and apron with like a tray full of cupcakes as he walks out. And Marie looks over and says, "Oh, come on in, guys. Come on in."
Hi.
"Oh, dear, is that Flit?"
Yes.
"It is." "Well, we've got the perfect cupcake coming right up. Renoir, Flit's here." "Oh, Flit.
Hello.
Oh, perfect. I'll be right out."
And Sal wants his Choca Mocha Loco.
Sal is not here.
Renoir comes out in a little bit, and he comes out with like this cupcake it's a little bit larger than normal, and it's got like rainbow colors across the top, and it's got sprinkles all around it with like different bits of like candies like sticking out of it in different locations. And he sets it down. "Ah, there you go." And
Let's
you guys are able to kind of drift off in here and relax, and none of the guards seem to find you.
You can also show a picture of what it looks like.
If I prep that for tonight, I just prep the people just
Okay,
in
never
case. It's all right. It's like wooden counter with glass openings on it. There are like what would be like electricity lights running through because it is Artigiani, but it actually looks like it's actual electrical, but then there's like a flame in there in the light bulb. Like Marie's kind of got this cross between actual like artificer stuff and like mundane things, and very comfortable chairs, seating, tables, booths, like pretty much whatever you guys want. And Flit leads you to one of the back booths that you can kind of see if you peek around the side, the front, just in case. But as you guys relax there, catching your breath, you guys don't have any issues. Let's go ahead and end it there just because I know it's late. Thank you for joining us last minute there, O'Neill. You're welcome to join whenever. I'll be setting it hopefully for 2 weeks. Sorry we didn't get into combat, but it took a while, so I didn't want to draw it out much longer for that. Anything you guys want to add, say, before we end the broadcast? If not, thank you everyone for joining us.
All right.
I figured it's like
Bye.